Alright, so that song was "I Won't Give Up" by Jason Mraz, and features my next chord of the week, which is the suspended fourth chord. So last week I talked about the C suspended second chord, so I'm going to talk about the C suspended fourth chord today. So if you recall from my lesson last week, what a suspended second chord does, the suspended fourth chord does the same thing. It replaces the third of a chord with a fourth. So in the case of C major, which the notes of that chord were C, E, G, the C suspended second chord took the E and replaced it with a D. So the suspended fourth chord is going to take that E and replace it with an F. Okay? So this is what it looks like. Looks very similar to last week, except this note here was way back here. So let me show you how to make this chord, and then I'll show you how to use it. So again, we have a bar across the 3rd fret. I'm not using the low E string. I'm going to put my middle finger on the 5th fret of the D string, my ring finger underneath it on the 5th fret of the G string, and my pinky is going to go on the 6th fret of the B string, and that's going to give me the suspended fourth. So here was a suspended second, and here's a suspended fourth. Okay, there's only one note difference from that one to there. So Sus4, which was last week's chord, to this week's chord, the Sus4. And just like the Sus2, the Sus4 chord wants to resolve. You hear that tension. It wants to pull back to its parent chord, either major or minor. Okay? So it's just like the suspended second chord. So that's one way to use the chord, the suspended fourth, to go from the suspended chord to the major chord or minor chord. But what happens a lot of time, especially I've heard it in a lot of church music, they'll do the suspended fourth, then the suspended second, then to the major chord. So that sounds just like this. Okay, and you can hear that movement. Sus4, Sus2, major. Okay, so that was in D. So why is it now in D? Because it's a movable chord, just like last week. I can play this chord on the 3rd fret to get a C sus4. I can play it on the 5th fret to get a D sus4. You can play it on the 2nd fret for a B sus4. Okay, just like the suspended second chord can be moved, so can this one. Okay, so there you go. There is my chord of the week, the suspended fourth chord. Enjoy. Thanks.